The One Percenter Podcast with Sam Bakhtiar, bringing you the 1% knowledge to help you reach your full potential. Learn what it takes to rise above the 99% and become a 1%er.
So I get dozens of direct messages, DMs, and people asking me, Sam, what does it take to become a 1%? I want to become a 1%er. How do I become a 1%er? And this is not something that, how do I become a 1%er? It's not a how thing, it's a why thing. Why do you want to become a 1%er? The why is so important because if you have the burning desire to want to rise to the top, a burning desire not to want to be like everybody else, a burning desire not to want to be average, a burning desire not to be mediocre, guess what? The how becomes easy. Simon Sinek talks about it all the time. Once your why is strong enough, the how becomes really easy. So for me, I didn't want a mediocre life. I saw my family, I love them to death, but I saw my family waste their life away on meaningless stuff, on gambling, on drinking, on just watching TV, laying down, not doing anything, not progressing. And I told myself, I don't want to be that. I don't want the same life for my children. I don't want the same life for me. I don't want the same life for my wife. So your desire has to be burning enough to say, look, I'm willing to do whatever the fuck it takes for me to rise to the top. And rising to the top doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. Not at all. Rising to the top means that you're going to become your best self. You don't want to be on your deathbed one day and wish that, you know what if I did this? You don't want to be on your deathbed and wish like, man, I should just stop watching the Kardashians for 30 years and not do anything with my life. You have to be able to get in the game and stay in the game. And here's the thing, when you truly, truly follow 1%ers, when you truly, truly look at them, guess what? They're not addicted to the money or addicted to anything else. You have to be addicted and obsessed about progress. Progress to me in 5 areas of life: faith, family, fitness, finance, fun, and last but not least, fulfillment. Fulfillment is huge. Tony Robbins talks about, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. I could never understand that because growing up, I was so poor. All I wanted in life was to become successful. I wanted the mansions. I wanted the exotic cars. I wanted the nice clothes. I wanted the nice watches. But you know what? I got here. I'm here now. All my life to me, that was success. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not success. Success is not about the material things that you possess. That's when you're poor and you think material things are going to make all the difference. It's not. Success is all about progress. Success is about getting better every single day. I tell my people all the time that, you know what? I could be in a little apartment, which I lived all my life when I was growing up. I could be in a little 400 square foot apartment, but as long as I know I'm getting better every day in my life, and I got something to look forward to, getting better and progressing, I'm happy. But I could be in this 10,000 square foot mansion that I'm in right now with all the toys and all the bells and whistles. And if I'm not getting any better, I'm staying the same person I was yesterday, last week, or last year, guess what? I'm going to fall into depression. And if you follow some of the top 1%ers out there, people like Grant Cardone, Ed Milet, Tim Story, and I mean the list, Danny Morrell, all the top people, Gary Vee, these guys have already made it. They can just go on the beach and literally don't do shit for the rest of their life. But guess what they're doing? They're out there traveling, they're shaking hands, they're kissing babies, they're out there making a difference in this world. And if you are somebody that says, well, I just want to make some money and kick back, then you're not a 1%er. You might be a millionaire, you might become a billionaire. And I don't care if you're a billionaire and you are not progressing, you're not a 1%er. In heart, you're not a 1%er. You might have been a 1%er for a little while to be able to get there. I respect that. However, a 1%er is addicted to progress every single day, every single hour, every single minute, and every single second. And that's what defines 1% to me. And here's the problem, though. A lot of people say, hey, man, I want to become a 1%. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. But are you really? Are you really? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? I mean, look, the stats are against you. Just look around you. Let's talk about, fitness, for example, because that's what the industry I'm in. Look, how many people have New Year resolutions all the time? How many people? You see it every fucking year. Every year people say, whoa, this year is going to be different. This year is going to be different. This year is the day that I'm going to get in shape. This year is going to be the year I'm going to look good. You ain't see, this is the best year ever. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Well, guess what? I've been waiting for it for the past 20 years. You said you were going to do something for the past 20 years, and yet every single year you committed to yourself, you open your big mouth, you made big mouth promises to yourself, and you never follow through. Now let's talk about finances, for example, right? And that's why the difference between people who are 1%ers and people who are 99%ers is that they commit, and even though they don't feel like doing it, they don't feel like going to the gym, guess what? They do it anyway because they know they committed and they just got to show up. Look, man, you guys know me. You guys follow me. You guys know I work out 4 a.m. every day. Do you think that every day I get up and we don't want to get up and go to the gym? No. But I know I committed commitment to myself, and that's what I'm going to do. Because why? Because if I, break the promises to myself, then that means that from then on, it's a downward spiral. So we talked about fitness. Let's talk about, let's talk about finances. How many times you committed? Said, this year is going to be different. This year, I'm going to be frugal. This year, I'm going to start saving some money. This is what I'm going to do. And guess what? All of a sudden, iPhone has the new iPhone coming out. There's nothing wrong with your damn iPhone. Guess what? Oh, I want to upgrade. Now you spend the money that you don't have to spend. Or new shoes came out that, I don't have these new Jordans. You don't need new shoes, but you want to buy it anyway. And the list goes on and on and on and on. You say you're not going to go out to eat no more. But guess what? Oh, man, today's going to be an exception. You're either all in or all out. All in or all out. You either commit or you don't. And when you commit, you have to be consistent. And that's the difference between the 1%ers. Let's talk about faith. How many times have you promised, or people you've seen promise, this year I'm going to go to church every weekend, or I'm going to commit to my faith? Where'd that go? Where'd that go? Do you see the pattern? Do you see the pattern? Like I said, man, the difference between somebody who's a 1%er and somebody who's not is the ability to keep doing what they wanted to do, the promise they made to themselves, long after the feeling has gone away. Because everybody can be excited for a second. Everybody can be excited for a week. Anybody can be excited for a couple of weeks or a month. These days, I'm not excited by anything. I'm excited by how someone can show up and perform day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And some days are going to be better than others. Some days I go to the gym and I can lift everything. And some days I go there and I'm weak as shit. Guess what? I still go through it. I still show up and I still want to do this. Some days, I'm crushing it at work. And some days I have to take an L. But guess what? Every single day I show up. So for you to become a 1%er, you have to be crystal clear on your goals. You have to put a plan together. Not a plan of, this year what I'm going to do. That's like saying, this year I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Well, that's cool. I like that. You got to have long-term goals. But then what you have to do is break it down to monthly goals. Those monthly goals, then you break it down to weekly goals. And those weekly goals, you come up with daily goals. And those daily goals, you come up with hourly goals. So this way, every single minute of every single day, you're working towards what you want in life. Everyone thinks that they have forever to live. We don't. You're born here. You're going to die here. And you have 2/3 of your life that you can actually be super productive. So one thing we know, that the race is against time. So maximize the efficiency of everything that you're doing. Maximize your life, your time management. Surround yourself with people who already are doing what you're trying to do. And never look back. That's the difference between people who can call themselves 1%ers because they designed their life. and people who are 99 percenters, which they live their life by default. You have a choice in life. As a 1 percenter, you reverse engineer your life and you design your life. A 99 percenter, life just happens to you. So you have a choice. Just remember, the easy route is always going to be the harder route later on. You either take the easy route now and pay the price later, or take the hard route right now and live a life that you always would dream of. God bless you all. I hope that made sense. Become a 1 percenter, design your life, and let's go.